Welcome again in online sessions of oil, hydraulic and pneumatic. In today's session, we will discuss about the piston pump, axial piston pump and non-positive displacement pump. In previous lectures, we have also discussed about the what is pump, difference between the positive and non-positive displacement pump and classifications of pump. And also we have discussed about the what is gear pump, what is vane pump. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the piston pump. So piston pump is simple reciprocating motion in cylinder. So during the reciprocation of motion piston in cylinder, fluid will be come in and come out, and we can get the discharge of fluid. Mainly utilizations of piston pump is pressure above 140 bar or up to the 140 bar. So we have to also utilize at a higher pressure. So for hydraulic system, if you want to design for a 100 ton or 1000 ton capacity, so you have to also compulsory utilizations of piston pump. And piston pump is highly efficient at a higher pressure, which is important when a constant flow is required. It independs of pressure variation. So by utilizations of piston pump, we can also generate the higher pressure, like the 140 or above the 140 bar pressure. Here the classifications of piston pump. Piston pump is generally two types: axial piston pump and radial piston pump. And axial piston pump also sub-classified in inline or Swash plate piston pump and bent axis piston pump. In axial piston pump, the axis will be same. While in radial piston pump, there are the two or more than two cylinders used for outlet of fluid. So now we will discuss detail in different types of piston pump. First is axial piston pump, in which first example is inline Swash plate type pump. In inline Swash plate type pump, axis of pump and rotations of cylinder barrel is same axis, or we can also say it is in parallel direction. So it's called Swash plate or inline plate axis. This is also schematic diagram of Swash plate type pump. Here the rotating barrel, it will be rotated by utilizations of electrical motor, and Swash plate it will be in fixed position. So this Swash plate will be remain in steady position, and due to the inclination of this plate, continuously suction and discharge through the piston. Whenever piston will be moved to top side, so it will become a suction, and whenever piston will be moved to the downward, so it will become a discharge. So this is the basic principles of inline or Swash plate type piston pump. Now we will discuss about the axis pump, in which bent axis piston pump. Here the angle between the electrical shaft and cylinder barrel, so it's called bent axis piston pump. This is also schematic diagram. This shaft will be rotated by electrical motors, and piston barrel also rotate, but at an angle. It is required for particular industry and particular space requirement. So according to requirement and space availability, you can also utilize for inline axis and bent axis piston pump. Only for difference between the inline and bent axis is axis difference. In inline axis, we are utilizing shaft or electrical motor shaft, and cylinder barrel, it will be in same axis, while in bent axis, it will be at an angle. And this is the practical diagram of bent axis type piston pump. Here the difference between the piston pump is in Swash plate and bent axis. In Swash plate, this is the shaft, it will be rotated by electrical motor, and this is the cylinder barrel, it will also rotate. And this is the Swash plate, inclined Swash plate. This is the bent axis. Here the angle between the electrical shaft and cylinder barrel. So it's called bent axis axial piston pump. It depends upon application you can select, or it will be according to requirement, we can utilize the different types of piston pump. Next pump is radial pump. two or more than two pumps are operated by single shaft. So it's called radial piston pump. In radial piston pump, there are the two or more than two cylinders are arranged in radially. One shaft, it will be operate the different cylinders. So during the continuously movement or eccentric movement of shaft, this piston will be continuously suction and discharge, suction and discharge. So the throughout all input will be connected to the same line and all output will be connected to the same line. So continuously we can get output through utilizations of radial piston pump. By utilizations of radial piston pump, we can also achieve the higher pressure, or we can also achieve the near to the 700 bar pressure. So this is the main advantages of radial piston pump. And this is the practical diagram or cut cross sections of radial piston pump, in which all pistons are arranged in radially and all pistons are operated by single shaft. So it's called radial piston pump. Now we will discuss about the factor affecting the pump performance. Pump can be also affected by different operating conditions, different parameters. First performance factor is presence of foreign particles. If there will be maximum or large quantity of foreign particle will be present, so it will be decrease or reduce the performance of hydraulic pump or piston pump. Next one is foam and bubbles. If there will be create the bubbles or foams in the hydraulic fluid, so the pump performance will be decreased. Or it is also say one type of cavitation. If there will be cavitations in hydraulic fluid, so the performance of hydraulic pump will be reduced. Next one is overheating of oil. If the temperatures of oil will be increased up to certain limit or above the certain limit, so the density of fluid will be decreased and decrease the performance of pump, because pump should require the higher power for pumping the same quantity of liquid. So our temperature of fluid will be remain constant. Next is wrong selections of oil. You should select the specific oil for specific pump. If you select the wrong oil for wrong pump, so pump performance will be decreased or it will be decrease the efficiency of hydraulic pump. Now we will be discuss about the major aspects in selections of hydraulic pump. If you want to select the hydraulic pump for particular hydraulic system, so which type of factors you should select? First factor is flow rate requirement. How many quantity or how many flow you have to require, so according to you can select the hydraulic pump. Second one is operating speed. On which speed you want to operate of hydraulic pump. Next one is pressure rating. How many pressure is required for your hydraulic system, so you can select according to that. Next is performance. Different pump has a different performance, so according to that you can also select the pump for performance. Then after the reliability, means it is reliable for your system or it is reliable for you, so according to that you can select the hydraulic pump. Next is maintenance. Different pump has a different maintenance, so you have to select the which type of maintenance you should prefer or which type of maintenance will be possible. How can you will be maintain the pump. Next is cost and noise. Cost also affect on selections of pump and noise. Operating noise. Many pump has a different noise level at a different operating condition. So you should also select the environmental condition for noise aspect. And last one is fluid type. Which type of fluid you should pumping or you should transfer for hydraulic system. So according to fluid you can also select the pump. Now we will discuss about the non-positive displacement pump. Example of non-positive displacement pump is centrifugal pump. And centrifugal pump use rotating kinetic energy to deliver the fluid. While in positive displacement pump, it is output will be remain constant, means flow rate will be constant. While in non-positive displacement pump, if the output pressure will be increased, so flow rate will be decreased. So it's called centrifugal pump. This is the diagram or animations of centrifugal pump. In centrifugal pump, the delivery is not constant and vary according to the outlet pressure. This is the inlet port and this is the outlet port. This shaft is rotated by electrical motor and shaft is mounted with impellers. So here the inlet portion, due to the create the vacuum, fluid will be inlet, and due to the rotations of impeller, fluid will be increase the kinetic energy, and due to the casing of the centrifugal pump, kinetic energy will be conversions into pressure energy, and finally we get the fluid. This is also schematic diagram of centrifugal pump. Mostly centrifugal pump used for the transfers of high quantity at a lower pressure. Now we will discuss about the second non-positive displacement pump is axial pump. Means axially inlet and axially outlet. So it's called axial pump, and it is also called a propeller type centrifugal pump in which auxiliary through impeller. This provide the high flow rate and low head, or we can also say that at lower pressure. Here the axially inlet and axially outlet. So it's called non-positive displacement type axial pump. This is the example of axial pump. Here the axially input, inlet and axially outlet. So according to requirement you can select the axial pump. While mostly axial pump used at a water plus sand particle or as a transfer of fluid, because here the low head and high flow rate and minimum power consumption compared to the positive displacement pump. So the selections of hydraulic pump for hydraulic system, it is depends upon which type of system you want to design, or how many pressure you have to require, or what is your system requirement. So according to that you can select the pump. Thank you for watching this different types of pump as like the piston pump, non-positive displacement pump, and comparison between the positive and non-positive displacement